Um, I'll approach him and throw my gauntlet down. I don't care if it accidentally...
He looks at it. You seem to have dropped your glove, because surely you couldn't mean it.
Pick it up or walk away.
He picks it up and slaps you across the face with it.
You can try.
An unworn gauntlet is probably a improvised weapon. Yeah, so give me an initiative first.
Hang on. Where? There it is. BC. 22.
Uh-oh. That did not work out well for you.
Okay, so Galath, you see the swipe coming in from a mile away. You actually get to act first. You'd also go defensive too, if.
Let's see. I probably don't have my shield out.
No.
I'm at a -4 to hit as well. So.
Yeah.
And then we roll crit.
Right. Hey! Splat.
D100, roll 100. Oh my god!
Yeah, I forgot to mention, guys, that that the money in the night was toothless.
He's armed with an improvised weapon and not a real weapon, so I'm just going to make a trip attempt. I'll let him take the AOO with the...
He's flat-footed, so he doesn't get an AOO unless he's got combat reflexes, so...
No, he doesn't.
Go ahead and make your trip.
We'll just knock him down for his impudence. 19?
Oh yeah. I don't even have to look, I'm sure.
The knight just basically pushes his other gauntleted hand into the middle of your chest and just shoves. And you go off your feet onto the ground.
He sputters. How dare you!
There's a dirty cabbage that goes flying from the audience towards you. Rolls against the front of your armor. There's laughter all around you. People are laughing at you.
Fight with some honor.
You want to fight, do you? I'll fight you. You're getting roosty. You're getting roosty all over the place.
Name your competition, ne'er-do-well, says the shiny old man who's backing his son up.
It'll be the joust, you old fool.
Very well. Let us go. And enlist.
He reaches down and plucks the gauntlet back up and puts it back on his hand.
He kicks dirt in your face as you bend over.
Well, this is what happens if Stifler ever became a knight.
I'll see you on the list, blackguard. Galath marches out of there.
Yeah, they're Sir Pelin goes and insists that there is a challenge from Galath to this knight bachelor Devlin, and that they should announce the challenge whether Devlin shows up or not.
Yeah, that's right.
Unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately, because you've already fought a little bit today, the Vespers portion of the tourney is 3 days, and they enter you into a joust on the third day. You've got a joust actually with Avery's.
Right.
Avery's cousin. Yep. On the second day. Sir Pelin says it's not wise to enter into more than one competition per day, even though you see knights enter into many. They're doing themselves a disservice. By the time
Devlin attends that particular joust.
Nice. Okay. So you go back to
the. Sure, you're not too busy picking on old men or children.
Oh, he'll take time out of his day for that.
Mark, you play such wonderful asshole characters.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do try. I channel my inner sphincter.
Does Clyde get away from the tyrannical harlot?
Or he's just deserved.
And Ahmed's a coach. So I'm going to roll a con check for the
My con's higher than his. Come on. Even with age penalties.
As the tent city and the chaos of this place is just a veritable, like it's basically Clyde's advantage at this point in time.
Yes.
Of course, you haven't actually stolen anything, technically.
No, I didn't. Although I am missing some tools. In my hand. There's a stick hand in your tent when you get back. There's a glove with a stick in it.
But it's a left hand, so it's a sign of good luck.
Right.
There's a fake left hand, crudely made, in your tent.
It's a good omen for you.
I don't have appraise as a skill, so I'm just gonna assume, oh, a bird left some sticks in here.
Let's see how long Harlock can overcome. I assume Ahmed's dealing with the children's. 13.
Okay. 22.
Oh yeah, you're just able to play this game longer than he can. This cat and mouse hide run, get away.
One of these noble Yabo Berkworm types, they have no chutzpah.
It's sundown when finally the damn priest gives up. The guy that was helping the priest gave up long ago. He was like, just kind of waved him off. And some young priest screaming thief when there's no obvious thief around kind of was just strange as well. So you've managed to escape, although you do know that this acolyte knows what you look like. And yeah, it's pretty annoying. You left your tools and your prosthetic back in the tent at the scene of the attempted crime. Sir Pellin, Galath, and Avery return. I'm proud of you today, boy, says Sir Pellin, quietly amongst the cells. He didn't call you boy in front of everyone else. But
Thank you, sir.
You fought well against the barbarian, and for all his racket, all he got, or all that you got, was probably a numb shield hand.
He was no trained warrior, sir. Just a brute flailing around with a club.
Well, for every 10 of those brutes, there's one that's learned a trick or two. And then you start to get those killers that revel in it. There are legends, however, of... And he's berserker. He says as he wanders into the tent and he notices that the chest is out and there's some tools nearby and there's this weird hand. By the grace of Nuada, what have we here?
I don't know. I don't have any perception skills.
Avery draws a dagger and goes into the tent and he's looking. His father's got a hand on his sword. He's not as jumpy. Yeah. It appears that the lock worked. Says Sir Pellin.
Thieves here in the camp?
Risky business, although all this wealth and knights and lords and merchants have probably gathered like flies to molasses.
You'd think the risk of losing one's hand or arm would keep you from such business.
It appears that somebody's lost their hand already, says Avery as he picks up the prosthesis.
So, do you remember when you told me that taking one's arm would prevent him from ever thieving again? Seems that's not so.
Yes. Some hearts can be swayed with a heavy hand. Some cannot. Alright, so he kind of just sticks the prosthesis onto the table as you guys settle in. There's some news that spreads around the camp. And I also want to shout out to my friend Dan, who's streaming at his birthday party right now, our game. So thanks a lot, Dan, for streaming. I owe you a beer. I'll stop by tomorrow. That's pretty cool. Did you hear that all the kings of the Pentarchy are going to arrive here?
All of them.
Oh, 5, yes. No entourages? 3 are already here. 2 others yet to arrive.
Are not the kings of the Pentarchy usually at odds with each other?
Yes, but all are quite amazed at the calling of a grand tournament after so many decades, if not centuries. The wealth. This tournament would likely bankrupt many of the many of the kings of the lesser kingdoms. Let's see. I've already seen banners from the kingdom of Aldersate, the kingdom of Dionsate, and the northern kingdom of Jarosate. Kingdom of Heladon, while the closest to the protectorate of Kerbrand, suspiciously has not arrived yet. However, they are the strongest of the 5. And of course, your family has relations with the kingdom of Korak. They're likely
on my mother's side. And sister.
Your mother's family is a good family. We have served lords of Korak in our ways for a very long time.
You served with my mother's family?
Yes. The bonds of nationhood are not necessarily the only bonds. I overheard from some of the knights that the Lord Marshal, this is Avery, the Lord Marshal found a new weapon in Leandri, and shall provide a demonstration to the kings and to the nobles of this new weapon at the end of the tourney. Yes, I too heard that last eve at the end of the tourney.
Some new catapult, perhaps?
There are dabblers in engineering arts that live likely in the cities of Lion's Den. They are a lively people, is what I hear.
That sounds very far away.
Come now. Let us see to your wounds. And Sir Pelin is proud of you, and he actually uses his lay on hands to heal your damage.
Sweet.
Sir Avery watches, neither angry nor impressed. He's probably lost in his own thoughts of, that's the sort of thing that he knows his father wants him to be able to do. The club match has already happened. There's the friendly joust against Avery's cousin. He sort of looks like, or I guess it'd be Sir Pelin's nephew. He looks a lot like Sir Avery. Why don't we just do 3 opposed attack rolls?
Or are these more combat maneuver rolls?
No, these would be more like you're trying to unseat someone, right?
I think it's a combat maneuver
with your lance.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we can do it that way. Actually, attack rolls are probably still better. We'll just do 3 opposed ones to see
Okay.
who unhorses whom.
But if they've got military saddles,
You don't use military saddles in a joust. The reason why a joust works is because they have different armor and different saddles and different all the things.
And different lances and different
However,
shields.
only rich knights would be able to afford separate jousting armor.
Well, it also depends on the time period, because when they first started doing this, they just used military stuff and people got killed a lot.
Yeah.
So I was doing a little bit of reading as well. Early jousts didn't have the barricade in the middle to separate the 2 horses, so a lot of jousts ended when the 2 horses collided and everything was all screwed up.
They also didn't just use lances early on; they actually used everything. So they'd go at each other with lances, and then they'd go at each other with swords or axes or whatever, and just beat the crap out of each other.
So they are actually doing a new style of joust that you didn't even know was a thing. They have a corded rope that they've rung down the middle, And the news is that this way of jousting was found in the lion's den. This is how they joust in the Northlands.
It's all the rage in the salons of Paris.
So yeah, we'll go through the attack rolls with the unfriendly joust with the the Knight's Bachelor, who's in attendance for your friendly joust. But we'll just do three opposed attack rolls.
Okay, attack 1.
And did we build
Natural 20. Natural 20.
Oh, well,
Oh my
that ends
God.
that.
24 confirmed. Do I need to go through do I need to roll on the chart for this?
No, but let's see.
Because I'm not trying to kill the guy, but people do get killed accidentally in these things.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, who are you fighting right now? The
His brother?
No, his cousin.
Oh, the cousin, sorry.
what's his name? Yeah.
Okay, so you critical hit on the first lance. It was the first lance. You unseat him. He goes flying off his horse. He lands in the muck. There's a bunch of cheering, and the joust is done.
Should we roll to see if he got injured or something?
Are you going to actually push the critical hit, or are you going to choose not to crit?
Well, I don't want to, but I mean, sometimes people die in joust. It's not because they did it on purpose.
Okay.
It sounds like Mark wants it.
Give me a
happen.
percentile.
I didn't.
I'm just.
You had that look in your eye.
I don't want to kill him, but there's some narrative value in accidentally injuring somebody during a practice bout.
He will forever hate you
Okay.
and want to kill you.
The rules, as we discussed before for our custom critical hit rules, is that you can forego actually doing a critical hit if you don't roll the confirmation die. If you're rolling the confirmation die, you are pushing for a crit. And then, so it looked like you pushed for a crit. Since this was one of the first crits of the campaign, I'll let you kind of retcon that if you don't want.
The logic behind that is otherwise no warrior would ever get past 3 or 4 months before auto dying from training
yeah.
every day.
Training.
Yeah. happen.
But I would argue that during a joust or something, it's a bit more dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, charging horses.
Big
the
lances,
chances
yeah.
So you rolled an 86.
85.
Is an amazing critical, so +1 critical multiplier, and 1d4 bleed.
I think I just killed him because I'm already at ×3 damage.
So,
That's a
Spirit
times
charge.
4.
So it's now ×4.
What? Hold on, I got a
on.
spear. I actually have a spear.
well, no,
It's times 4
it's
anyway.
it's ×2. Wait, it's ×3 with a lance, horseback with spirited charge, right?
Yes.
A
Yeah.
normal crit would be ×4. Because
So this is actually ×5.
and this is a ×5 crit with your lance.
And Devlin shit his pants.
Wait, what is the? Actually, are lances ×3 crit weapons or ×2 crit weapons?
I think they're times 2. But let's check.
Yeah, it's
Guys,
worth, it's worth looking,
shish
given
kebab.
that Galath.
So remember how we were talking about having who does the most damage in one hit roll?
Yep.
No, lances are ×3.
Oh god.
Oh shit. Okay, so give me a second.
It's
It's a ×3 weapon. Okay.
Yes.
For the crit, you do triple damage with a lance.
Correct.
So triple damage is
you add up, so it's 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 times
5,
that.
and then it's amazing critical. It's 6. So you did ×6 damage. Now the blunted lance only does non-lethal, but you're doing ×6 damage
Right. So that
On
might actually
Reaper.
kill him.
on this third
Might.
level aristocrat.
That might actually kill him. Okay, so
So
we're doing 6d8.
he's got like 30 hit points max.
Yeah, so 6d8 plus.
He's dead.
Hold
No,
on.
no.
It's double, I know.
It's non-lethal, but 68 plus.
And then 1d4 bleed, because your lance basically shattered. It sent pieces of it everywhere. There's a big spike coming out of his helmet.
68
it'll be
plus
hit
24 damage, I guess.
So roll
Right.
1 on each of those d6s.
How
D8.
much was it?
Is
I
it?
think he lives.
68 plus 24 damage, I think.
He lives.
Yeah, unless I roll really, really high.
He lives.
Watch. He's gonna
So
die.
58
threw a
non-lethal
straw.
damage.
Okay,
But
so
he
let's actually. So his con is 13.
Oh, that wasn't good.
So
Oh, he's
no,
a
it's not
poofter.
13. It's -1, so at 12, that's still a +1. He'll give him max hit points for first level, so it's 8. 2d8 plus 2 plus 8. He's got 20 hit points.
Yep, he's alive.
With 13 con. So that's 33 damage of non-lethal before he starts taking. Then he takes 20. Yeah. So okay. So there's an explosion as the two lances collide. He missed with an AC of 13. Like he missed your shield. You hit perfectly. You hit exactly where you're supposed to go. The crappy lance that you were given for this fight exploded, and a bunch of shards went into him, including a large bit that went into his left eye. He goes then falling from his horse. This is where he needs to make his ride check. And then I roll a 2. And he goes flying from his horse for an additional 2 real damage.
And how much bleed? Was it D4 bleed?
And a D4 bleed, which starts on his next turn.
4 shit.
Does he fall on the spike that goes into his brain? Is my question with this guy's luck.
At
No,
this
he
point,
goes flying from his horse. Okay, so that was the end of the lance charge, basically. And let me just quickly do that math again. So he's at 53, which was 33, which is 20, 22, and then 26 at the beginning of his turn. And he only has 33, so he's you can hear him choking on blood as he's lying face up towards the stars. I believe this is actually called the prone position in real life, like not just condition. When prone is like when you're staring straight up, and the other one, there's one where you're actually lying face down. That's a different word. I forget.
prostrate?
Yeah.
Frigged.
Or supine?
Supine. That's the word. So he's lying prone, staring up at the sky with this bit of lance through his head. There's a gasp from the crowd, and Knight Bachelor Devlin, you said you pooped yourself a little bit. Is that?
So Knight Devlin needs to leave on urgent business and just go across the country.
A peasant rubbed up against me, that's why.
There's a gasp from the crowd, and then there are people rushing over. Galath, you're on the other side of this stupid rope as you kind of ride back and you look and you notice that
Realize what's happened.
you
Yeah.
realize what's happened. And there are people that are rushing onto the field, but they're moving slowly, and it's
I'm going to dismount, drop my shield, and rush over to him to see if I can provide some aid.
okay.
I told you it's hard, yeah.
As the barbarian cheering as everyone's like,
Devlin's looking to see Galath's reaction. He wants to know if that was on purpose or was that a terrible accident.
well, unless he's rushing over to put down his opponent, like in his misery.
Yeah,
Everyone's like, holy shit!
but Marty, projection. That's
Okay,
probably what he's
He's
thinking.
rushing over to put down his enemy. Oh, he's ruthless.
Oh no!
Just have your horse
The
walk
distortion
over.
field,
and
the
just-
reality distortion field. Everyone's an asshole. Okay, so 20, yeah, and then he took. Okay, so he's bleeding.
Galath is shouting, "Pellin, Pellin!"
Okay.
as he rushes towards the.
All right, so dismounting. Do you dismount as a free action or a move?
A move. I don't have the ride check to make a free action work.
Okay, so you slowly dismount from your horse, and now you do a 20-foot move back over towards the fallen
Yep.
nephew.
Shouting, "Pellin, Pellin!"
We haven't given him a name, so I'm just going to give him a quick name here. His name is,
He doesn't need a name. He's about to die.
his,
But no, she needs a name.
As you're yelling for everyone to come over, you're slowly shivving him.
his name is Adelon.
Abalon? Okay.
Adelon D.
Adelon? Okay.
Same last name as Pelin, which was Nalgray. So Adelon
Nalgray.
Nalgray.
Okay.
All right, it's going to take D4 rounds for Pelin to arrive to administer healing.
Jeez.
2 rounds. There are people running onto the field, but not everyone is in the right position for healing. So, what is Galath? So you Galath ran over. The guy took 4 damage, 4 real damage.
2 real damage, 4 bleed.
Yes. So 6 is.
He's unconscious, I believe.
He's at -7 with the lance. Then he takes another 2, which puts him at -9, and then a 4 puts him at -13. Did I get that right?
Died. Think he just died?
I think he just bled out.
He just bled out?
Yeah.
All that bleed damage just killed him? Yeah.
Blood
What
all
a
over the sand.
terrible, terrible holy knight we have here.
Yeah.
All he wanted to do was friendly
He was
competition.
like your family, man. That was like your brother.
Galath, you're leaning over at him. You notice that his eye looks at, like, his good eye just looks at you, like he actually sees you, kind of leaning over him. Are you saying or doing anything?
Gotcha, bitch.
Adelon.
Okay, his right hand clutches yours.
I'm so sorry.
There's a brief flash that you'll remember, as I think this is the first person you've ever killed. There is, maybe it may take many years for yourself to admit it, but there was a flash of forgiveness. Almost a smile that crossed his mouth, but then he started to shake, and then he clutched a hold of your hand, and then his hand lost all strength. His eye, then you saw his soul leaving his body as the light in his eyes goes dead, and it starts staring off at a weird angle. Pelin's like, no, and he comes over, and there's his hand is alight with the power of Nuada, and it touches the leg, which is the first thing that he dives to the muck to grab, and you can see that the light of Nuada goes through the leg of Adelon Nalgray, Knight Bachelor of the Nalgray family, and his body just simply twitches in the mud, the gurgle of blood.
Galath just sits there, clasping the mailed gauntlet of Adelon's hand.
There's a small crowd that is around you, and it is a dour moment in the light of this tourney. But it is only the first of many dour moments in the light of this grand tourney. You don't know that yet.
Do I
Yes,
find
do
my
you?
hand in his tent?
You just told us.
Your characters do not know this yet. As the
Oh,
DM
okay. Gotcha.
foreshadows poorly, apparently.
Is he dead?
Does Clyde find his hand in that tent?
Yeah, these idiots apparently had no use for your prosthesis, and well, there was no. You go back to the tent, and the chest is still there, and your hand's there, and the tools are kind of swept off to the side, like they didn't know what they were.
So, just collect my tools. Grab my hand.
Actually, no, the chest isn't there. I think they would have wisened up and not left the chest out.
All right. Is there a chamber pot in there?
No.
Is there anything that could be used as a pot?
Yes, there is a washing bowl, which is like a communal washing bowl that they use.
Put the washing bowl in the middle of the room.
Okay.
I pee in it.
His petty character.
I would put a stone.
So we saw what I do to people by accident.
He didn't see that. He was too busy planning his petty revenges.
I accidentally, maliciously killed him.
I would put a stone in like a little rock in the
Hey,
washing bowl.
urine's good for cleaning.
I can brush my teeth.
Okay.
It's sterile.
Why is it salty?
There is a mournful kind of moments as you're pulling the body off the field and putting it onto a litter and carrying it back to the now gray tents that are nearby.
In the background, you hear Garda say, "Why did you kill him?"
Clyde, you just managed to leave the tents as you could see them arriving with some knight on a litter. The acolyte arrives like just in time, like he.
I kicked the
What the
chamber
hell
pot.
is
I
happening?
bolt. I kicked the chamber pot, like the pea pot over.
Yeah,
and I run.
you got out of there before.
Where's that bloody one-armed beast? Stinks like urine.
Acolyte Harlech, we'll need your blessings. There is a soul that we must send to Nawara, a brave knight that faced the squire of Sir Avery.
Oh.
An accident. Do not worry, lad. It is... Your aim was true, your lance was not, says Sir Pelin.
These are things of the gods.
You guys notice that the washing pot is there, and there's a big puddle of bad-smelling liquid along the tarp that you put down in the middle of your tent.
Okay.
And then a stone in the pot? Or did you kick it all over?
I think he kicked it off.
I tried to kick it over because I didn't want to just leave a.
Okay,
I was like,
so
oh, they're not going to be happy with this. Just give it a kick and run away.
Avery comes over to pick up the bowl, and there's a pebble in the middle of the bowl, and there's liquid all over the place, and he sniffs and just and he tosses the bowl away. As they're clearing the table to put the body of Adelon onto the top of it. Some of Adelon's servants, apparently he didn't travel with a lot of his family. He's got his servants and his own squire that end up coming to the tent.
Galath can't look them in the eyes. He just kind of avoids talking to them or looking at them as much as possible.
You get a reassuring like tap on the shoulder or a reassuring word or just sort of a nod from both Avery and Sir Pelin whenever they kind of bump into you, but they seem to be busy about giving sort of the right blessings to Adelon to send him to the gods. It does involve preparing the body for a funeral. It looks like they're gonna take off his armor, kind of wash the body, probably dress him in linens, and then pack him up on the cart to make a journey back to
See,
where.
I wanted to steal one of the gauntlets, but I don't want to steal the dead guy's gauntlet. That's not cool.
The majority of the second day of the Vespers tourney is taken to preparing Adelon for a long journey back to his hold, or his family's hold. There is a moment where Galath actually is alone with the body as it's all finished and dressed up, like in its linens and clean hair pushed back, and the big spike is removed from the eye socket that just went way too deep into his head. They cleaned it up the best they can. There are like buckets of red rags all around it, but the body is clean and it's white linens. They put some incense already beside it and some garlic for some reason. Garlic and cloves around the body.
Help it smell less shitty.
Galath say anything? Do anything?
He just stands there looking at this guy he'd never seen before in his life, who the first time he met killed him.
Right, the first time he met when he was on horseback. Big smile.
With visor down and lance out, yep.
Well, there was an interaction beforehand. There was the face-up visor as he came over to wish you a good lance, and good to meet you, and we'll have a drink later.
Right.
The character Minnie's name's a little ironic. He wasn't really a mounted paragon. Kinda got blown up.
All right. That night passes. The next day, are you going to partake in the joust against the?
Yes, I gave my word.
Yeah. Okay. So Galath is that morning kind of like putting on his armor, and Sir Pelin and Avery are kind of nearby for moral support. The body, they say they'll send in the next day or so back to the small fiefdom that Adelon's from. Galath, as you're getting ready and you kind of mount upon your horse, you're actually in the same square or in the same lane that you jousted the day before. Knight Bachelor Devlin, are you showing up to the match?
Yes, and he's going to try and meet him before it officially starts.
Okay, so you guys are riding towards the place, and you're on your horse, and you can approach. Sir Pelin and Sir Avery are flanking Galath as you approach. I assume the Acolyte Harlick is also there. So he's got his entourage, if you will. Clyde, are you spying upon them? Are you kind of keeping close to them, or?
Yes, they owe me. They owe me lots, so I'm gonna keep following until I can get what's mine.
And a drunk Varkush is won't miss another bloody another bloody battle as he got beat up by Galath, but then he watched like another knight just get torn up by Galath, and he wants to watch the Ponce with the rooster just get destroyed. But Knight Bachelor Devlin does kind of ride in front of you, Galath, and everyone stops. And
Are you a Knight of the Cockatrice? Is that the order you went with?
Knight of the Cocks.
Yeah, no, he does have feathers on top of his helm though. Red
plume.
feathers.
Nice.
Yep.
Hey, roosters were portrayed in many mythologies, man.
Well, there was a lot of.
I know that the Nugent side of my family has a fighting cock as its banner. It's a green fighting cock on a white field.
Go Piss.
In the Irish in me, the Irish in me has got the green fighting cock.
I mean, there's a reason they use them as fighting birds, right? They're vicious.
Yeah, well, in my pyramid in Egypt, we have a thing of a scorpion.
Oh, really?
Okay, you're the Scorpion King. That movie was fucking terrible. You should be ashamed.
We don't have this crap. I don't know.
We're always like, yeah, you always have to bring up the pyramids. God.
You have the picture of the guy going.
Yeah.
All right, so you Knight Bachelor Devlin, you confront Galath.
Well, seems I underestimated you. You are quite the killer, aren't you?
We'll settle this on the field, you ponce.
Yes, and may I say, it's nice to see that it's such a family affair. Most mothers wouldn't bear their sons into battle as yours does.
Pay no heed to this rapscallion, says Sir Pelin to Galath.
Oh, yes, I'm not a killer like your... And he was your family? That's what I heard. That's the rumor. Is that so? Your family? That's cold. Wow.
Where's this Black Knight horse? Where's this horse? Where's this black horse?
You have a darkness in you, young man. You need to talk to a priest.
Visor down, clunk.
They ride past you.
This motherfucker needs Jesus.
I will not hear this on my own lands.
He did say something curious. I would not hear this on my own lands. Or did you actually say that, or is that just you exclaiming?
Oh no, he says that as he walks away. I don't know if Devlin hears it, but
yeah. Devlin has no idea what he means by this. Maybe
of course
he means
not.
No, and it's not his hometown, so he doesn't care. It's some backwater little.
Yeah, it was just some backwater fist spot that hosted the biggest grand tournament that's ever been. And they have more money than everybody. But sure, you can call it whatever you want.
All right,
Well,
so
maybe they're just making themselves more broke than anybody's ever seen somebody be broke.
all right.
Could be.
I'm going to say that Galath rolls really well in his perception check.
Oh, that's good. I like perception.
Because he needs to
Because I
eventually
need to, eventually.
You spot a fair maiden in the crowd. Now, not in the main crowd where all the commoners are, but not in the noble gallery, but in like the in the gallery for high lords and ladies and even the kings.
Okay.
You notice that sitting in a spot close to the center is a beautiful woman. A woman that you recognize as your sister.
Oh.
It's one of those stories.
She my older sister, I assume?
She's your older sister.
Okay. I'm the little one, the baby of the family, apparently.
So
Baby
she's,
Babu.
she's actually watching the Vespers tourney, but she's talking to a bunch of lords.
Of course she is. Well, that's fine. It's not like I can ride over there and talk to her.
So the Kingdom of Korak, at the center of their kingdom is something called the Carver Mountains, and they also have an island called the Island of Old Faces. Apparently the Kingdom of Korak has a lot of like prehistoric, what is it called? The mountain with all the presidents on it. Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
So it's got a lot of like prehistoric Mount Rushmore type things, like a lot of bearded carvings in mountains, and that's why they call them the Carver Mountains. So so your sister's banner is actually like this stone face of a bearded man, kind of in the shape of a shield with like the crenellation castle for.
Oh, I gotcha.
It's a really odd banner, but because she.
But one I'm familiar with.
Yeah, because she married a knight from Korak. That's where she is. She shouldn't be sitting where she is, given her station through marriage. She's probably sitting where she is through her station through relation to your family. She is not really paying attention as you're looking over. Knight Bachelor Devlin, he's distracted.
Go!
Okay, well, it's something like 80, like at least 80 feet, if not longer, between the two horses.
That's charge distance.
Yeah, so basically his horse starts going and you're like, oh, it's time for the joust. There's no penalty for initiative as you guys are basically thundering in towards each other with your lances. Are you guys using blunted lances in this competition or not?
Presumably.
I think after what happened, they are.
We were using blunted lances before. That didn't save him. But yes, you should always be using blunted lances.
Okay.
Like,
He puts the rooster on the end of his lance. That's his blunting.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So cheated blunting?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
All right, so no one really suspected foul play.
From that guy, never.
That intended to be a pun.
Oh. See what you did there.
Yeah,
That's
see what I did there?
It's unfortunate.
It took me a second.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Foul means bird.
Yeah.
Okay, give me initiative, and let's
Chickens are
hope
foul.
that Galath doesn't get strewn.
Right.
Did I
I got a 12 total.
That bodes well. There we go. I got a 4.
You need a win initiative to. Okay.
Give me 2 seconds. I gotta flip a disc for my wife on the PS4.
Are you serious?
Sure.
What's going on?
I got a 4.
Is that Leslie yelling?
Yes, it is. I'll be right back.
Tell her she's
That's
now on
Leslie
the
yelling.
internets.
Yelling.
He's just trying to get out of the joust.
Oh man, you won initiative on the joust again?
Yeah, I did.
Pop goes another night.
Well, this time I'm not going to confirm the crit, but
He's so dirty.
I know.
So dirty.
He's just an asshole.
It's funny. That spear hurt like a bitch. Well, I blunted it. I'm sorry you're just a wuss. I mean, what did you expect?
Implying he's going to be talking after the next time 6 crit.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Let me have it.
Yeah.
So yeah, one initiative.
Okay, so Night Bachelor Devlin is wearing full plate. Mark,
No, he's wearing half plate.
half plate.
Can't afford. Yeah, you can't afford full plate.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
He is wearing better armor, however, than Squire Galath.
Yep.
And he does have a steel shield.
Yep. So do I, though. So. Okay, so I'll make my attack. As
Devlin's sigil, should he survive this, it's going to be a 3-headed rooster.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So as a swift action, I start my challenge.
Yes, you do have all your Cavalier powers. Yes.
Yep. So I'm challenging. Challenge! Rah!
Makes sense.
Challenge accepted.
You don't have to accept, Mark.
Since this is a charge, we're getting the +2 to attack. Is that correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he lost initiative, so he's flat-footed. So his AC looks like
AC
it'd be
18. I don't know if that's enough.
19. Half
No,
plates
this
plus
is-
8.
No.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Half
so,
plate's pretty good.
So it clips the end of his shield as your lance, Bachelor Devlin, goes hammering into
All right.
Squire's shield.
All right, and plus 10. AC 15.
Not enough. You
Right,
need.
that's
So I'm AC 19 right now.
Mhm.
17 with the charge. Are you? Did your AC go down because you're charging too?
Oh no, it's not. Well, but I wasn't charging till my turn. Though.
We're kind of making the attack roll happen because it was the first attack. It's like nobody should be flat-footed. You should all take the -2s.
Correct. That's how I'd roll. That's how I'd run
Yeah,
with
because
it.
it's kind of okay. That's
Which
fine.
means no penalty to hit, no penalty to AC. They just send big attack rolls.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But no bonus to hit, no penalty to AC.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so just regular attack rolls.
+2 to hit, -2 to AC.
Yep.
Regular
Okay.
attack rolls.
I miss, you miss.
Yep.
All right.
So they collide. I'm gonna give it a 50% chance that the rooster falls off.
I got. Oh, I would. No, I guess I wouldn't be wearing a military or using a military
We'll
style.
do 25% chance. If I roll a 1 on the D4, the rooster comes off your live pointed lance. If not, then it's
Oh, okay.
it's still on. Nope, it's still on. You don't know it's the wrong thing. There was too much.
right.
There was too much jump, and your two lances actually rhymed after each other, and there was a miss. There was a gasp as Galath's lance came close to your helmet.
Okay, cool. So I'll attack again.
Yeah, you guys ride to the ends. There's no love lost between these two combatants. They just take their same lances again and begin to ride towards each other almost immediately.
Do we roll initiative every time? Because they kind of reset, though, don't they?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's who's quicker. Because really, who gets to hit first?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So could we just accept that attack roll then? The one I already rolled the attack roll.
Sure. 24.
Yeah, you hit.
I think that hits.
Boom! Lance explodes and
Do you damage?
12 non-lethal.
Lance and charging
Lance would be
and
times
double
3.
and
Oh, right. It
times
should be.
3 and owie,
So 36.
owl.
no, he has
Or
to
you
roll
gonna-
all the dice. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna roll them all. Okay.
Yeah.
20.
That-
Oh, well, it would have 36. So there you go. 36.
All right, he's still up.
36. Okay, then your lance attack. On him. Yeah, that was bad.
All right,
Is your ride high enough that you don't fall off your horse when you get injured?
me? Yeah, I don't take a ride penalty because of the particular archetype he took.
Okay. He's a rough riding.
23.
That's a hit.
So your two lances simultaneously hit each other's shields and
Pow!
bust. Okay, roll damage against Galath.
And this is weeful damage.
And this is lethal damage. Yeah, you learn that he's not fighting with the right kind of lance.
38 damage.
Holy shit. I have 39 hit points.
You're still good. It's still good. It's still good.
So the lethal lance. I'm gonna just play that because they're dealing so much damage. They're like busting like when you hit. There is a spike from a metal lance tip that's stuck out of the shoulder of Galath. And, his shoulder slumps as the two horses.
Galath lets out a cry as the.
There's a screaming from the crowd as some people who are actually like well versed in the art of lancing and who are knights recognize that you used the wrong kind of lance and used your chicken puppet to mask it. They're screaming for blood. There are people that are cheering though because there's blood on every side and both of you are weakened. You get to your other ends and it looks like you're being handed
Pick
another.
up the next lance.
Okay, your next lance is a jousting lance.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's roll
And-
initiative.
You get
It's
pelted
not
with
my masterwork
you get
one.
pelted with garbage. Rooster Knight.
Roll initiative. There we go. That's not so bad.
Did Clyde
19.
see
Oh, shit.
that? Is Clyde one of the ones that? Wait.
Yeah.
Did Clyde notice that a leaf? Like, does he know? Does he know?
Does he know that you
what's
know
his
that
bab?
he knows?
His bab is not good.
Is it more than?
He doesn't
is
know
it
what a
one?
lance is.
Is it a 1?
No,
He's got a 0
he's first
bab.
level rogue. 0 bab.
So he's not really adept at fighting. Does he have a praise?
He does have a praise.
Give me an appraise check. DC 15 to know that it was a pointy lance instead of a blunt lance.
I don't know.
No, you don't know what everyone's
Clyde's
saying.
fucking useless. Fuck you, Clyde. You suck.
Actually,
You did notice, and there was lots of time, that Galath just got rocked. And there's something sticking out of his shoulder. Normally things sticking out of you is bad.
It's not good. Yeah.
actually, Devlin, because he's hurt bad too. Like he can't take another one of those.
Neither of us can.
Yeah, he's yelling down the way. Submit, murderer! Submit!
Marty, does Varkush recognize there's
Giving up
that
initiative.
trick happened?
Yeah, and you think this is the most wonderful, bloody thing in the name of the gods ever. You're a southerner, man. Things are supposed to be violent.
Okay.
Yeah, he gives up initiative to try. to
Ah,
convince
that's fair
people
now. Come
To
on.
give up.
Okay, so you're being offered surrender.
No,
I'll
he's not being
accept your-
offered surrender.
No, yeah, he's demanding surrender.
You surrender first.
Don't think surrender works that way.
Adam has a point there.
Well, no, I mean in a sense of you sell somebody to surrender and they're like, well, fine, but you
surrender.
you surrender.
Okay.
You
So
surrender.
you're still-
You're going to surrender before I will. is
You
essentially
surrender to
what it is.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the round is spent yelling at each other from down the lists.
Roll initiative.
Yep, a new initiative as you guys get your lances.
Oh, that's interesting. I
You
think
get
I
the
win that
highest
one though.
initiative, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, higher initiative mod.
I'll see if I can actually hit you. Nope.
Oh, there's a gas.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Come on!
Nope.
All right. We're still in
You almost-
business
you
here.
almost
We're still in
fumbled.
business.
Yeah, you guys pass. Your lances are intact when you get down.
Galath
to the
is
other
breathing hard, badly injured. Oh, that's not so good.
No.
All right, let's do this.
You sure? All right, I will go first. No.
That's a hit.
Oh, you got him.
end. Non-lethal though.
Ding.
Yeah.
Boom goes the dynamite.
I'm pretty
This is
sure
like that time you fell off the mountain.
Pretty sure that knocks me out.
This is going to do lethal damage.
Oh, yeah.
Potentially. Yep. How much damage, Mark? 3d8 plus 21.
Okay, what are the
was
rules
last
for
time.
lethal damage?
This is non-lethal damage. So once you get over his total normal hit points, which is anything over 39, gets converted to lethal. So if you get 41
Okay, so-
damage, he's unconscious and dying on this non-lethal roll.
Yeah,
if you
so
get anything
roll-
less than that, he's
But
just
he won't
knocked
be
the
dead.
fuck out.
He won't be dead. All right.
No, you can't kill him auto like this. You can't auto
Okay,
kill him
I just
by rolling
wanted
max.
to make sure.
If the priests
28.
are like lollygagging around, though, you know.
Okay, so 28. I think that
Boink.
knocks you
Yep.
out. There is a ride check to see if you stay in your saddle. Otherwise, you take 1d6 damage from falling from your saddle.
Critical fall from the saddle.
Critical saddle failure.
5d8.
What's the AC? What's the ACP on chainmail? I think it's like -4.
Yeah. Also, something I noticed under Crusader is you don't gain an armor check penalty when you're riding your mount. We'll say that this is your mount.
Chainmail is
Under Crusader?
Yep.
What?
Well, not Crusader. Sorry,
Cavalier?
Cavalier.
I'm pretty sure that's only for the Order of the Sword archetype at level 8.
No, it's part of the description of animal companion for mount.
Really?
It's actually on your character sheet.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't worry about that.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? You're right. The Order of the Sword power is for any animal you're riding, not just your mount.
And then other things I looked up between games. Last game, Ahmed, you can take cover from your own mount, but it puts
it's like
it's an immediate action to do. So you guys
Which is
should actually
awesome.
be doing that. It takes a standard. Sorry, a move action to put yourself back in position, and while you're doing that kind of ducking and using your mount as cover, you can't cast spells. So
22.
okay.
So Lemmy can do it. It's just it's expensive to write yourself.
Yeah, it's like
back
you've seen in the movies where like somebody gets shot
Yeah.
at or whatever, and they duck down beside their horse. I think that's basically what that is. So I got a 22 on my red check. So I don't
Okay,
think...
so he stumbles and his horse carries him off to the side, not in a line, and Galath is knocked out, but still kind of humped over in his armor, or heaped over in his armor, still in his saddle, leaning off to the side. There are people that come running out, including Avery and Sir Pelin. They are cursing Devlin's name as they're running out.
Devlin right now has got his horse doing that trot thing down the thing where he's hoisting up
little
his
prance.
broken lance and going.
Oh my god!
Why is the fight over? Come on!
Outcome.
Yeah, so a lot of the people there begin to realize that he cheated, and let's just say that he might have a rough time the rest of the tournament, given how badly he just cheated. He used a lethal weapon in a non-lethal contest.
Oh, he's already made his coin and his point.
Galath, swimming between consciousness and unconsciousness, kind of glances back, and you, in this big swirl, you saw your sister for the briefest of moments. You saw the empty chair where your brother should be sitting, and then just sort of the blue sky of the early summer that is this grand tourney.
For what it's worth, you broke his masterwork lance.
Oh well, thanks. I mean, that's...
He's very sad about that.
Where does the Cock Knight keep his tent?
Uh-oh.
Are you gonna rob from the Cock Knight?
I'm gonna rob from the Cock
He
Knight.
does have coin. He does have coin. And a shitty perception check.
Okay,
It's
so
common among the nightly folks.
Clyde figures out. He learns not from watching the joust, but he learns from the crowd. They can't believe that he disguised his steel-tipped lance in a jousting match with that stupid rooster thing. And
Yeah.
people are spitting that roosters are the signs of demons and fiends, and so
We should go show him. Go show him. Let's ransack his tent. Let's go, everybody. That cheating we won't abide by. Let's help her.
Is it that one on the...
Rubble.
Okay,
Come on.
Everyone
Give me
catch
a,
that one on the...
give me a diplomacy check to see if you can convince some of the rabble to go and punish to take matters into their own hands, to go punish a
23! Rabble, 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 rabble.
All right, so you've got 6 rough-looking, lean peasant-looking people that are following you. Yeah, you get your little gang now.
Hey, rabble, rabble. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Actually, I've got a stick. Rabble, rabble, rabble.